Yo, guys. Today, as you can see by today's title, it's just called Chasing Greatness. And I want to start doing this series. I think it's just more for my mental health, if anything. And guys, I can't lie. For those of you that don't know, my name is Mbites, or you can call me Michael. I basically doing content full time, just over nearly like 2 years in September, so like 18 months now. And as much as I love it, it's so stressful. But and it depends on what goals you have. And I want to break down. This might be a long video, but if you want to watch it, you can watch it. So basically, where will we start? So I started M Bytes, my page, in 2020. Initially, I was posting on YouTube and Instagram, and I was posting a lot of FIFA content because I really love FIFA. For those of you that don't know, when I was growing up, I have Nigerian parents. I actually didn't have a console from the age of 12 to basically I finished secondary school at 17. So I used to watch a lot of A&I skills, a lot of YouTube, FIFA YouTube, and I always wanted to make like content because I was always kind of good at the game, even though I didn't have the console. I used to play a lot in my friend's house. I used to go, yeah, I used to play a lot in my friend's house. I used to go to Smith's, play on like the free gaming machine, and yeah, and like it was crazy. And I was always actually kind of good at the game, even without having a console. So when I got my first proper FIFA 19, I was getting like Elite One. I was actually doing crazy in foot champs. So then FIFA 20, I was like, fuck that, I'm gonna make content while I was in uni. I was also working in uni and I did computer engineering. So I was doing a lot. I'm from Ireland originally. My family's from Nigeria. Then what really happened was the first 2 years of content creation was really tough. So the first year, I didn't really understand it too much in the sense of like what to post, how to post. But I was just doing it. It was more of like a hobby. I really enjoyed making like videos on Instagram. Like on Instagram, you can make videos. I was just making like compilations. I used to watch a lot of compilations of footballers like Ronaldo and stuff. I just kind of like the music. Back then, they used to post a lot of like YouTuber music in 2016 for like those type of comps. I used to do it for FIFA, like the same style, and wasn't really doing that well. But I didn't really care. I cared and I didn't care. Like, I used to tell people, but I was kind of embarrassed to tell people that like I was doing that type of stuff. It was very like embarrassing. That's content creation at the time, and YouTube was really hard for me, man. I was making 1 or 2 videos like a week or a month. No, in a month I'd make like 2 or 3 videos, and it was hard. I was doing it during uni. I was trying to make more. It was just hard. Then, so for the first 2 years, and then I was playing a lot of 2K on stream. I didn't really have an identity actually on Twitch. So the first 8 months, I was just making YouTube videos, Instagram. Then my friend told me about Twitch, like live streaming. So then I started streaming because streaming was easier than making YouTube videos. But when I would stream, I barely had any viewers, bro. Like maybe during 2K, when I was streaming like 2K 21, 22, I had like 5, 6 viewers. And shout out to those guys. I still remember them. I have all them added on my PlayStation during 2K 22. But then, so I started uni 2018, so I was supposed to finish in 2022, a 4 year degree. But unfortunately, 2022 was the year like COVID was starting to really die out. But I actually caught COVID, so I couldn't do my last exam in May 2022 at the place because they had it in the house, it wasn't online. So I had to take that exam in August, but then I failed by 3%. So I had to repeat the final year because of one module, 3%. And this is why I always feel like I'm going to make it because like I can tell you guys at the time I was working in Espresso. That was like my side job. Like I was just doing that through uni. I've worked there for 5 years. I was doing that throughout uni. So then to kind of beat the because the job market was looking really tough here at the time. I was actually supposed to move to the Netherlands for a job, but I couldn't take it because I had to repeat final year. Cool. So let's pick the picture. September 2022, FIFA 23 comes out. I've made content for like just over 2 years, and I'm not really doing well with it. I've just failed, so I had to repeat the year. I also had to sell my car. At the time, I was driving an Audi A3 saloon. I had to sell it because I was having some financial difficulty because there was a lot going on in my life. So 2022 was looking like September 2022 was very dark in my life, extremely dark. Cool. I then get a grad, like this kind of grad job scheme. So basically, you have to train with them unpaid 6 months, and then they put you in a job from January. So you train with them not 6 months, like 4 months from September to December, September, October, November. Yes, 4 months you train. January they put you in a job. I was thinking, you know what? I can just do that because my module that I had to repeat was a second semester module. So just think about that. The module I had to repeat was a second semester module. So in the first semester, I was thinking, Cam, I'll just do the training. I'll do the training, but it was like work. So 9 to 5. Then I'll do the training and then I go to my Nespresso job on the weekends. So basically, I was working 7 days a week, and then I was making content after 7 days. Cause like you know what, now that I'm only doing the 9 to 5, like at least I can do my end bite after I finish 5 o'clock work. And I was doing that. And FIFA 23, I started to pick up a little bit. I was using TikTok a little bit more. I was using TikTok a little bit more, and it was working. I started to get some traction in January. Then, but I wasn't consistent. I won't say I was consistent. Then I remember January, I went to church, obviously for New Year's. And I was like, you know, I'm going to do Michael. I'm going to become really consistent. I'm going to start streaming every day, at least 1 or 2 hours, make 1 or 2 videos. And it started popping off a little bit. I started getting like 5, then 10, then 12, then 20 viewers. It was like, honestly, just even hitting 10 average viewers, I was so happy. Guys, I was ecstatic. So cool. It's now February 2023. I'm still working Espresso. I'm still working that other job, but we just finished. And I remember when I went to the Christmas party for the computer grad job, and I was like, guys, what's going on? I haven't got any emails. These people aren't really that good. Essentially, the company basically didn't get us a job to work for. So for 2 months, it was just dead silence. I didn't know what was happening. I was doing Nespresso were even asking me, do I want full time? Do I not want full time? Because I need more money. All in all, I didn't get a job with those people at the end of the day. They didn't contact anybody from Ireland, only the London cohort. Bear in mind, I'm from Ireland at the time, right? So then I ended up going full time in Espresso. But guys, because I was so broke and I only had 2 months, yeah, I was so broke. Because I was only working 2 days a week. And I was just using the money to supplement different like financial things that was going on in my life. But then I got full time work. But then at that time, I got a girlfriend. And I got a girlfriend. And shout out to her, man. It was really good because like when I got my girlfriend at the time, it really helped me focus on like life. This is why I hate saying when people say like, "Oh, you should have a girlfriend." I think if you meet the right person, you can have a will really set you on a course. Cool. I got a girlfriend, and then like March, April, May, I started really picking up numbers on streaming. There's a couple times I had like 50 people in the stream. It was crazy, guys. And then me and my girlfriend were doing everything. So it was okay. But at the time, I was looking for a full time job. So my plan was okay, I'm picking up some traction with M-Bytes. I'll still get a full time computer engineering job and I'll just do both. Computer engineering in the morning, M-Bytes in the evening. Cool. I was thinking that would be my life. Fast forward the whole summer, I could not get a job. Guys, it was actually kind of crazy. And another thing that messed me up, because I was doing that other job, as I said earlier in the video, I didn't apply for any graduate programs or anything like that at the time because normally graduate programs come out 12, 6 months early. Because I was doing that other job, I wasn't really applying. If I could go back, I would have applied for those jobs. But I didn't know. Like, I just didn't know that was even a thing. And because with COVID and stuff was going on, I didn't even get to go to job fairs properly. So I probably should have done more at the time, but I just didn't know. Excuse me, let me get some water. Yeah, so cool. So we get to September 2023. And in the summer, my friend planned me, he asked me, oh, Michael, let's get our own apartment. And it was like something that he was really serious about. And I was like, you know what, fuck, I'll just do it because I always wanted to move out. I wasn't having the best of times at home. I don't want to get into that too tough. I was just thinking if I want to take Empire to another level and move out, I'm still making enough money for my job. At the time, I just got a coin sponsor of paying me, not anything crazy, like just a decent amount. And then I was thinking, oh, I'll just get a software engineering job. And guys, and I haven't told anybody this. When I first moved out, that's what gives me hope for today. Like what I'm going through today. When I first moved out, it was so hard. Like I remember, I haven't said it to anybody. I've only cried once in the last, like, I'm not even joking. I've only cried once in the last 6 years, yeah. And it was one day, all the boys came over to our new place. And I was so stressed beyond belief, bro. I couldn't even, like, I was thinking to myself, how will I afford this rent, these bills? Like, I was so stressed. And all my friends were in the living room. I was just in my room. I was stressed beyond belief, bro. Like, it was crazy, bro. Just thinking about all the bills, everything. And I remember I was just like, I just started crying. Like, I didn't say it to anybody at the time. As a man, you just have to. I thought as a man, you keep that to yourself. So at the time, obviously, you don't have to do that. But it was tough, bro. Like that time was hard. It was hard. It was hard. But cool. I was working. I was streaming every day. Not every day, but I was streaming like consistently, like at least 5 to 6 times a week. And then I was making a lot. At the time, I didn't have an editor. I didn't have money for an editor, so I was making YouTube videos myself. And then cool. September to like April, I was just working, grinding every day. That's my work. I would be on my phone and work, making videos. I'll be, as soon as I finish work, go home, stream, edit YouTube video. Guys, I was tired. And having a girlfriend at the time, was interesting to say the least. Because you know they need attention, you need to go out with them. So having that stress on top was not nice. And like again, shout out to her. She was great. I don't have a girlfriend anymore right now, but at the time it was really hard. So and if I could go back, maybe the signs were there. Who knows? I'm not here to trash anybody because at the time she was great. So it was a good emotional support. But anyways, a lot was going through then. I think April, May came around and my numbers started picking up on Twitch. I'm talking about I went from like 50 average last in 20 FIFA 23 to like 100, 150 average in FC 24. And in the summertime, I just went off. I don't even know what happened. Honestly, I didn't even do anything crazy. Something called Embice Glitch just came out and it was just to do with pack openings and stuff. I just blew up kind of like crazy. So I hit like 6, 7, 800 average on Twitch. I swear to God during the summer. So then I ended up getting a crazy coin sponsor like contract, which then helped me a lot. Because coin sponsors, like in FIFA, if you're in FIFA, there's 2 ways to get paid. Coin sponsors, actually, there's like 5 different, there's a lot of different ways to get paid. Like sponsors, YouTube videos. If you're a pro player, you can compete and play in tournaments. Or I went down the content creation route of YouTube, coin sponsors, and stuff like that. During this whole time, I wasn't getting paid from TikTok. And my TikTok was probably my biggest app. And one thing I didn't know, again, a lot of things I just didn't know. I don't blame myself today because I just didn't know. But at the time, I didn't know about YouTube Shorts. I didn't know about Instagram. I didn't know Instagram Reels was going off because TikTok just came and became the new wave. I didn't even know YouTube Shorts was really a thing. I didn't know Instagram Reels was really a thing. And I wasn't getting paid from TikTok, but it was giving me a lot of good traction for Twitch and my YouTube videos. If I could go back, I would have been posting way more. All my videos on Instagram Reels, all my videos on YouTube Shorts. So I could have built more audiences on these different platforms. So at least one is down, one goes up. But FC24 towards the end, I started posting on Instagram Reels. Actually, I didn't even post on Instagram Reels during FC24. Or actually, only FC25 I started posting on Instagram Reels. So cool. September comes around. I'm like, yo, I actually have a good coin sponsor. I have good YouTube videos and I have good traction on everything. And I just at the time I think I was on 150K on TikTok. Just hit 50K on Twitch in September 2024. Did I hit 50K on Twitch? No, I was on like 30 something to 40 something on Twitch. And then like so I didn't hit because I hit 50K in November. Yeah, 2024. And then YouTube, this is where it gets interesting. YouTube, September, I had like 24, 25K on YouTube. So I was thinking, rah, with this type of momentum, FC25, I should be able to hit 100K. I should be able to go crazy again. Cool. FC25 comes out and the game is shit. Honestly, guys, the first month was good, like numbers wise, but October, November, December, that's when people realized the game was shit. And again, I don't blame myself because these things you don't know. Because I didn't realize how reliant I was because I was still posting other videos and they were doing good. But one thing I've learned about having momentum, when you have momentum, you should use it for a lot of different things. At that time, I could post whatever and just get numbers. I swear, I could post me outside doing something, or get numbers, and it's cool. This is why I always say you should never, if you think your content is quality, don't relate it to numbers because you can post something today that's really good, it won't get numbers, and you can post it tomorrow and you can get numbers. So you should always focus on the quality of your content. And when I was the happiest in all of this MBIS nonsense is when I was really happy with the quality of content. Just always notice that if you're happy with what you're doing, other people will find it. That's why I even say today to myself, like, I need to be happy with what I'm putting out. Because if I'm not happy with it, other people will be happy with it. I swear, that's how I just think this works. So cool. Those 3 months are really hard. And then one of the biggest, like, what do they call this? One of the biggest canon events is that in November 2024, I had a YouTube channel with 27K and it got deleted. Like that. Basically, a Indian group called MarkScan Entertainment, they claim that my videos with their videos, it's like if you just look it up on Reddit, MarkScan, it's like a scam they do to YouTube to try and get money from YouTube, claiming that they copyrighted like 50 of my videos, even though they were all mine. Now, the way it works is somebody can actually send them for you, or somebody could just say, fuck this guy. So I don't know if there's a hater out there or somebody that wants to see me fail. But yeah, like I lost my YouTube channel, guys. I lost sponsorships. I lost so much money, bro. To this day, I haven't really recovered on YouTube. So we'll get to YouTube now. So the rest of FC25. Bear in mind, I've still living in the same place in Ireland. And I was like, you know what? When I went to go do something, a video with a popular creator called Awale in August 2024, and I was like, rah, I need to move to London, bro. All the rent I'm paying in Ireland because I moved out, and like what the opportunities of meeting people, you just do that in London, and it'll be better because there's way more people to meet. And one thing I will say for sure is that I think would have helped me if I moved. I was trying to move to London in September, and I think I should have done that low key. I should have moved to London at the start of FC25 just to be better situated. But again, moving halfway through the year doesn't really make a huge difference. But I think it would have been better for me to move at the start of the year. But in saying that, I also wanted to have real good focus for like the start of the game and make sure I was ready for to take it to another level. Essentially, the plan for me to move to London at the time was I need to start doing stuff with footballers, having streams with like just trying to do streams with footballers, streams with different people. I actually did that, to be fair. Like I did as much as I could. Honestly, I did as much as I could. But we'll get there. So cool. YouTube channel gets deleted. I'm fighting back and forth with YouTube for like a month. Didn't get the channel. I had to make a new channel. And at the time, I said to myself, I need to make like 2 or 3 channels. Like I should have one for gaming, one for IRL content, and then one for like whatever. And that's what this channel is for, right? Cool. January, February, March, I'm kind of recovering. I kind of got my numbers back on YouTube. And in February, I moved to London at the end of February. And it was cool. Moved to London with my friend Isaac. Cool. The same crib as you see me right in now. Been here for nearly a year. And it's been really interesting to say the least. So cool. March comes around. And one thing I was really bad at last year, I used to I won't say I was comparing, but you know when you feel like you're working really hard, you start looking around and seeing what other people are doing, and you're like, how come this guy's getting more than me? Or how come this guy's even doing better than me, but you feel like they're doing more? I used to do that too much last year. And to be honest, I'm even happy I used to do it because now I've accepted that, yo, bro, your time will come and you just have to keep working hard. And these are just challenges and tests in life. One thing I've always said, regardless, you should not compare, bro. That's one thing I've always said. Like, I'm understood now. If you compare, you might as well not really live life because when you're comparing, you don't realize what you have. And it's not that I didn't realize what I had. I just don't think I was grateful enough for what I was had. I was still averaging like crazy numbers, like 500. I was even looking the other day, I was averaging like 500-600 on Twitch. It's just that the summer before I was averaging like 800, and I wasn't even putting as much effort. I think that's another thing I messaged with your mind. I wasn't putting as much effort in the summertime. I was averaging 700-800 as I was to this now. Like now, I probably worked the hardest I've ever worked at this, and it's not banging. So that's what I was thinking, and then I was doing new ideas, doing stuff with new people, but I didn't have any momentum. And that's what's really hard as well in content creation when you're doing new things. You do something that's really cool, but you're not getting the numbers to back it. So just in your head, you're just thinking, what the fuck? When all of this, I'm still getting paid. And I should be grateful that I'm making money. But then again, I still have my girl, and she's coming up and over, and I'm just thinking to myself like, I think being a content creator and what I do now, I don't think I should have a girlfriend after like a while because the one I don't think I think you want to really bang out all this kind of stuff unless your girl is doing this same thing as well, or for example, and really understand that. Yes, I'll be honest, empathy comes first. So if I ever talk to a new chick today, she needs to understand that, and she doesn't understand that, it's not even her fault. But at the end of the day, who wants to be second place in a relationship? So like it's really difficult. And one thing that really hindered me in my own personal relationship, I feel like when I first got with my girl, Embrace wasn't what it was today. So as much as this was growing, it's hard for someone to realize like, yo, I'm getting a bigger connection with this. So, anyways, leave that aside. So March, April, May, June last year, I'm just streaming, I'm posting, I'm streaming, I'm posting. I was getting good numbers on YouTube, but I wasn't getting as much as I would like. Let me put it like that. Then in the summertime last year, the game, guys, FC25 was so dead. Wow. Lost so many numbers. I'm like, yeah, but that wasn't my fault. I was still averaging like 2, 3, 400. I didn't realize what I was averaging was really good for Twitch in general. So I show you one thing I was doing last year that I'm doing way more now. Last year I was experimenting with different games, doing different stuff on stream, but because the numbers were so shit, I was afraid of doing new things. And that's something actually I just swallowed because, for example, I spoke to one guy called Chaza. He's part of the Ball Boys, and I won't say I'm cool with him, but I was speaking to him a good few times. He was telling me that like when he stopped streaming FIFA and he went into general, he lost so many numbers, but he just stuck to it. And I feel like to myself like I need to do the same thing in the sense like in the long run, you just have to stick to the lower numbers. But anyways, cool. Sorry to yap so much, but I'm just trying to give you guys a good backdrop. Cool. Summertime last year comes. It's not really banging like the previous summer because the game is dead. Plus, FC25 Euros promo. This summer, there was nothing. At least this upcoming game, there should be World Cup. We don't know if it's going to be good or bad. So cool. I didn't really deep that FC was bad. I was just thinking, oh, the game is dead. It is what it is. Next year we go again. FC 26 comes out, and my numbers were good at the start, but it's even worse now than last year. September, October, November, December, I'm streaming way more, doing more, posting more. But I've lost for some reason. For example, my YouTube channel. Let's go to my YouTube channel now. Now the views are so short, my gaming page, and I don't know why. Again, I don't want to be comparing, but even if I look at other people's content, they're doing okay. I post every day. I pay an editor now because obviously I have a little more money. And one thing I will say, guys, ever since I started making money from Embat, the amount of money I've actually put back into this nonsense, not going to nonsense, but into this craft, it's honestly astonishing. It's astonishing the amount of money I put back into this. I don't even think I've wasted much money on myself, and I could have been better in money last 2 years because I'm not even like hit up, bro. I'm broke. That's the funniest part, bro. I'm not broke, but you understand what I'm trying to say. And um, in saying that, what I'm trying to say is that I've spent so much money back on this craft, buying a better camera, buying multiple cameras for IRL streams, buying the phone, paying for IRL 2 kits, buying a new PC. I've done a lot, bro. Like, that's one thing I can say. Like, if I don't make it, which it's not gonna happen, it's gonna happen. At least like I want to know that I did my best and I did everything I possibly could have done to get to where I wanted to try and get to the top. But anyways, in saying that, cool. Let's say so December 2025, so 2 months ago, numbers have dropped, but I'm doing new things. I'm streaming more. I'm making new series. I'm making new content. My TikTok has stalled. My Instagram has stalled. My YouTube has stalled. My Twitch is still kind of growing in terms of followers, but average viewers is not growing. And it's just like, what the hell do you do? So I told myself January, February before I move out, I want to try and get into a really consistent schedule. I stream 160 hours, which so I want to do at least 160 hours a month of streaming, which is 40 hours a week, like a normal job. Post at least 6, 7 times on my gaming page a week. Post at least once or twice on my IRL page. I post multiple times on this page. I post a lot on my TikTok, and which I have. To be fair, I've stayed really consistent. Although it's only 7 weeks into the new year, you can't see results instantly. I've tried way more new things, and I've tried to do more new things. So then in December, I also broke up with my girl. So stress of this was too much, and bites, and also I don't feel like I could give a lot in a relationship. I wasn't there mentally to give a lot in a relationship. So cool. Let's fast forward today. Today is the 25th at 2:21 a.m. Yeah. Why I say that is because guys, this week I have to move. Okay. For those of you that don't know, I live in a 2 bedroom with my friend. It's way cheaper than living by myself. Now I have to move by myself because I have nobody to live with. My mom just want me to do a flash share. I didn't really not keen on doing that flash share because if I do content, I don't think it makes sense to live with people that don't do content. I will live with people that do content. But if you don't do content, I don't think it makes sense for me to be living with people because it just doesn't make sense. Like all this equipment and them me not really knowing everybody in London, I just think it makes more sense for me to live for myself. And this is another thing. When I moved out initially 2 years ago, I did not have the money for it. And I made it work. Again, now I do have a little bit more money for it, but like now makes it's like I'm not gonna make or break, but it's a very tough situation. I won't say tough, but it's hard to say the least. It's hard because next 3 months will show a lot, and I just have to become better. And I feel like I'm facing a new challenge every day, guys. And I feel like one thing I've read is like you have to find peace even in the midst of storm because yes, I might be able to solve all my issues today, but it's gonna be another issue tomorrow that I'm not thinking of. So for anybody that did see this video, and if you even made it this far, fair play. You know, in this economy right now, people's attention span are cooked. But yeah, guys, it's the 25th, and I just, for example, today I just finished a 5 hour stream. I'm on because February is a short month. I have to do a 24-hour stream on Friday if I even have internet. That's another thing I didn't even realize. Because they've been messing up my place, I couldn't even set up the internet for my new place. So I don't know what I'm gonna do for Friday if I don't have internet. It's gonna be so peak. Because they're saying the closest is they can give me internet is 9 tomorrow. I need to call them tomorrow, see if I can sort something out for this Friday. But yeah, guys, like I have to pay council tax fine, 2K, bought this new PC, 3K, deposit, new rent. I'm not complaining because God is providing, but wow, Michael. Yeah, guys, so that's my story so far. If you have any questions, let me know. For example, guys, when I started posting TikTok in September, yeah, I was on 230K. I went up to 245 and I've lost 4K followers since then. And I've posted a stupendous amount of videos. It's to if I tell you guys how many videos I post, and it's not even like the engagement is bad, they actually all do kind of decent. For some reason, I just don't know if people. Again, I'm not gonna be a sub guy, but like maybe people find other people more entertaining. Maybe I need to continue trying new things, but I always feel like I'm the one trying the most new things. And it's really tough trying to take risks and you're not seeing it directly paying off. But that's life, bro. This shit is never going to make sense. And for example, even today, I might not be rewarded for all the different things I'm trying to do and all that. And it's almost like, why does life owe me these things? I know I believe in God. I pay my tithe. That's another thing, guys. I'm a big believer of paying your tithe. I paid my tithe every month, even when I was broke and I had no money, I was paying it. Even this month, I need the money, I'm paid it. So there's a lot of different reasons why I think I can get to the top. It's just about experimenting, keep working, and like I can never give up, bro. Like I always say to people, like for me to give up the invites, you have to kill me. Oh, God forgive me for saying that, but like that's the only way I can ever stop. So we keep going. I'll post another. I'm going to post a video every day on this page, just talking after I stream or if I go to bed. But yeah, that's it. So guys, I have to move this week. My birthday's even next week, and I'm not. I don't say I have nothing to show because that's a really bad thing to say, but it's really tough. Like you feel like what like if somebody asked me at 25, Michael, I'm 24 now, so I'm 2025 next week. Like, what do you have to show? Nah, I just be like, I'll just say like I don't have a crib, I don't have a car, I don't have a girl, just have myself, but at least I have something I can work for. And I think that's something I'm grateful for. I feel like I still have a purpose. I feel like I don't want to underrate having this purpose, you know. I don't underrate ever having the fact that I know every day when I wake up in the morning I can grind for something. It's just it can be really tough. And life is never like this. It's like this. So in saying that, we keep pushing, we keep working. This video is 27 minutes long. Wow. We made this far. Let me know, guys. Any questions? Let me know. I'm gonna leave you guys to it. Peace.